Hello, everybody. This is Jim Gibbons from Metropolitan Stadium in the Twin Cities. The Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears, and Roger LeClaire kicks off for the Bears. Waiting for the ball, Dave Osborne, 7 yards deep in the end zone. And he brings it out 23 yards to the 16-yard line. NFL play-by-play report. The Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. First and 10, Vikings ball in their own 16. Fran Tarkenton at quarterback to Tommy Mason. For 6 yards, Butkus and Fortunato making the stop. First and 10 on the 28. Vikings ball, Fran Tarkenton. On the swing pass to Tommy Mason. But he doesn't go anywhere. A loss of 8 yards as Fortunato brings him down. And the Vikings are penalized to boot, 15 yards for holding. Now on 4th down and 18 in the 14th, Bobby Walden boots it out of there. Waiting for the ball and a fair catch, John Arnett on the Bears 49. A 37-yard punt. First and 10 now, Bears ball in the 49. Rudy Bukic handing off to Gale Sayers, going to the outside and knocked out of bounds by Rose, but it's an 8-yard gain. And it's first and 10 now on the 41. Gale Sayers ducking through on the draw play for 8 yards. Sharachman brought him down. Norman Van Brocklin, the fine young coach of the Vikings, along with his splendid quarterback, Fran Tarkenton. Second and 2 in the 33. Bears ball. Ronnie Bull. And he finds daylight and breaks away from tacklers for 33 yards, beating Ed Sharachman and Lee Callan to the corner. And the Bears take a quick lead, 7-0. Roger LeClaire kicking off. Warm afternoon, 72 degrees at kickoff time. Tommy Hall with that ball. He fumbles. And Charlie Bivens recovers for the Chicago Bears. And the Bears leading this ball game by a score of 7-0 now have another scoring opportunity. Rudy Bukic leading the league going into today's game. Fires to Johnny Morris for a touchdown. And the Chicago Bears have an early lead of 14-0 over the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings ball, first and 10 on the 20. Tommy Mason fumbles the ball. Earl Leggett hit him, and it's Leggett who recovers the ball. And the Chicago Bears again have a scoring opportunity. Bears ball, first and 10 in the 19. Rudy Bukic intercepted by Sharachman. And he's off to the races for 35 yards. Out to the 37-yard line. The fortunes of war changing rapidly. First and 15 now after a penalty on the 32. Fran Tarkenton at quarterback. Looking downfield. Throwing. Intercepted by Pettibone. And he returns for 18 yards. So it's the Bears ball again, first and 10 in the 40. Gale Sayers can't get out of there, and he's thrown for a loss of 3 yards by Lee Callan. But the Chicago Bears penalized for holding. Third down, 33 on the 37. Gale Sayers going to the outside and coming back for 11 yards before George Rose makes the stop. Chicago Bears leading the Vikings. Bobby Joe Green back to punt. He gets it off, waiting for the ball, Tommy Hall. Gets away from tacklers for the moment. And is finally brought down after returning 9 yards. A 39-yard punt. Now it's first and 10 in the 38. Vikings ball, they trail. Tommy Mason. For 7 yards before he's brought down by the Chicago Bears, led by Witzel and Butkus. That's Bill Boom Boom Brown blasting up the middle for 7 yards. Butkus and Fortunato making the stop. 1st and 10 now on the 49. Mason going to the outside. Finding running room for 16 yards. Witzel knocked him out of bounds. The end of the first quarter, Chicago Bears 14, the Minnesota Vikings nothing. 3 plays failed again, and Freddie Cox goes for the field goal from the 28. It's good. Score Chicago Bears 14, Minnesota Vikings 3. The Vikings regain possession after the kickoff, and they have 3rd down and 5 on the 47. Fran Tarkenton on the screen pass to Bill Brown. He's got blocking in front of him and moves upfield for yardage. 26 yards before Pettibone brings him down. Now it's 1st and 10 on the 26 as the Vikings fight to get back in this ball game. They trail. Tommy Mason coming to the outside for 6 yards before Larry Morris makes the stop. 3rd and 3 in the 19. Fran Tarkenton, the well-known scrambler, moving out of there, gets a good block as he takes off for 10 yards. Denny McRae finally making the stop. Now on 2nd down and 14, Vikings ball in Bear territory. Tarkenton again scrambling, and he can really move. Bill Brown threw a key block that time. And he's finally pinned down by Mike Riley. 3rd and goal for the Vikings on the Bears' 4-yard line. Bears lead the ball game. Tommy Mason getting in there for a touchdown. 52 yards in 9 plays. And the Vikings shorten that lead. Chicago Bears 14, the Vikings 10. Bears ball, 2nd and 15 on their own 15. Gale Sayers coming to the outside. He's brought down by Vargo, Rose, and many others. Rudy Bookage hurt in this play. He's out of the ball game. Bill Wade replaces him. 3rd and 7 on the 23. Gale Sayers bolting up the middle for 14 yards before Lee Callan brought him down. 3rd and 4 now on the 43. Andy Livingston, the ball carrier, but he doesn't go very far. Eller making the stop. And it's 4th down, 3 to go on the 44. Bobby Joe Green back to punt. Waiting for the ball, Tommy Hall. Fumbles that ball. And it's recovered by the Bears' Mike Riley. Now the Chicago Bears have 2nd down, 6 to go, and the Vikings 30. Bears lead the ball game. Gale Sayers complete to Dick Gordon for 27 yards. Third and goal to go on the 2 for the Bears. Gale Sayers thrown for a loss of 3 by Sharachman. Norm Van Brocklin and Fran Tarkenton watching this game. Roger LeClaire boots it through there, and the Chicago Bears lead 17 to 10. Vikings ball, 1st and 10 now on the 38. Fran Tarkenton to Paul Flatley for 6 yards, knocked out of bounds by Witzel. 2nd and 4 on the 44. Dave Osborne going to the outside, and he gets 11 yards before Riley makes the stop. 1st and 10 now on the 45. Vikings on the move. That's Bill Brown breaking away for yardage. 12 yards before Witzel tripped him up. 2nd and 10 in the 33. Cox trying for a field goal. Tarkenton holding. It's good. And the score, the Bears 17, the Vikings 13. It's halftime here at Metropolitan Stadium, and as we begin the third quarter, the Minnesota Vikings have that football, 1st and 10 in the 34. Scrambling, Franny Tarkenton moves out of there and goes for yardage, 14 yards before he's chased out of bounds by Butkus. 1st and 10 now on the 48. Bill Brown slanting off for 5 yards before he's tripped up by Witzel. Here early in the third quarter. 2nd and 5. Vikings ball. Brown squirming through for 7 yards before Benny McRae makes the stop. First down, 10 to go on the 40. Fran Tarkenton, the All-American scrambler. And he goes for 8 yards, and the Bears are penalized 15 yards for a personal foul. Now it's 1st and 10 in the 17. As the Minnesota Vikings, trailing by a score of 17-13, move downfield. Fumble by Brown, but he recovered for a loss of 3 yards in the play. Now on 4th down and 13 in the 20. Freddie Cox, Tarkenton holding. It's good. And the score is the Bears 17, the Minnesota Vikings 16. 1st and 10, Bears ball. Ronnie Bull coming to the outside. 18 yards before George Rose brings him down. So it's 2nd down, 7 in the 41. Bull again trying to go, and this time he is down for a loss of 7 yards on the reverse. Tremendous crowd watching this game here at Metropolitan Stadium. 4th and 14 in the 34. Bobby Joe Green just gets it away. Tommy Mason calls for the fair catch on the Vikings 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Vikings ball in their own 22. They trail in the ball game, but by just 1 point. Fran Tarkenton for Paul Flatley, and he has it for 38 yards before Witzel and company finally make the stop. 1st and 10 now on the 40. Tarkenton to Bill Boom Boom Brown, and you can see why they call him Boom Boom. He really goes. 40 yards and a touchdown. 78 yards on the drive. And the Minnesota Vikings take the lead for the first time in the ball game, 23-17. Rudy Bookage back in the ball game at quarterback for the Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 in the 20. And he's taking a page from Fran Tarkenton's book and sets off to run. And does for 24 yards before Shirachman finally takes him out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 10 in the 41. Bookage looking for Johnny Morris. He has it for 9 yards. Rose making the stop. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Bookage again taking to the air for Ronnie Bull. And Ronnie goes for 13 yards before Shirachman made the tackle. And it's 1st and 10 now on the 18. Bears ball, Vikings territory. Gale Sayers. And he can't get out of there. Margot, Rose, Winston, and Eller all coming in to make the stop. 2nd and 10 on the 18. Rudy Bookage for Gale Sayers. Fine catch, breaking away and going into the end zone for a touchdown. 80 yards in 8 plays. And our spotlight camera will show you the moves here of Gale Sayers. Here he is, number 40, the rookie from Kansas. For the catch, breaking the tackler, and carrying this one into the end zone. And Chicago regains the lead, 24-23. Roger LeClaire kicking off for the Chicago Bears. Dave Osborne waiting for the ball. The 25, the 30. Fine run by Osborne. Livingston making the stop. Here in the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 on the 45. Fran Tarkenton for Bill Brown. It's underthrown, and Taylor and Butkus collide. No interception. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 on the 45. Fran Tarkenton to Tommy Mason. The hole opens, and Mason goes for 9 yards before Witzel comes in to contain him. 1st and 10, Vikings ball, Bear territory on the 42. Bill Brown driving up the middle, and he is off to the races. 31 yards before he's caught by Benny McRae. The Vikings come zinging back. 1st and 10 now for the Vikings in the Bears' 11-yard line. Tommy Mason. And he slips and fails to gain. Atkins and Fortunata pinning him down. Tarkenton looking, scrambling, going for that corner. Fran Tarkenton out of bounds. And now the question is, did he get a 1st down before he went out? We can watch the measurement, and it's a very, very close one. Art McNally, the referee, looking on with Tarkenton and the Chicago Bears. Very important measurement. Joe Fortunata of the Bears standing up. Norman Van Brocklin taking a look. But the decision? It's not a 1st down. It's 4th down and 1 inch to go. Fran Tarkenton on the fake to Brown. Rolling out and coming over for a touchdown. Beating Butkus into the corner. 55 yards and 8 plays. We'll repeat that from our ground level camera. There he comes. Fine call by Fran Tarkenton. And Minnesota, in this seesaw battle, regains the lead 30 to Chicago's 24. Freddie Cox kicking off. Waiting for the ball, Gale Sayers, who going into today's game had averaged over 30 yards each time he took that ball on a kickoff. And here you can see why. The rookie from Kansas going upfield for 38 yards to the Vikings' 48-yard line before Osborne finally brought him down. 1st and 10 now for the Bears. Viking territory on the 48. Bukic to Ronnie Bull. And he goes for 7 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 10 in the 37. Ronnie Bull. Can't find room this way. He goes that way. For 12 yards. And a 1st down on the Vikings' 25-yard line. 30-24 ball game. Vikings leading the Bears. 1st and 10 in the 25. Bukic to Sayers. He has it for a touchdown. 48 yards and 5 plays. And let's watch on our spotlight camera Gale Sayers in slow motion as he breaks into the open and takes that pass. And the Chicago Bears regain the lead 31-30. First down, 10 to go on the 20. Vikings have the football. Tommy Mason coming to the outside. Larry Bowie leading the way with the blockers, and he picks up 12 yards. Now on 3rd down and 8 on the 32. Fran Tarkenton has to get out of there, and does. Riley after him. He goes for 11 yards. Chicago Bear bench, Abe Gibron on the sidelines. It's 3rd and 9 now on the 49. Make that the 44-yard line. Fran Tarkenton looking for Paul Flatley. He has him for 12 yards. Witzel making the stop. 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. Phil King now in as one of the running backs for the Vikings, and he goes for 7 yards before Atkins makes the stop. 2nd and 10 in the 30. King trying to come to the outside, and he can't go. He's brought down. A loss of 4. Evie and Obradovich making the stop. 3rd and 14 in the 34. Fran Tarkenton for Paul Flatley. You can watch the action down near the goal line. The flag goes down. Interference called against the Chicago Bears, and it's 1st and goal for the Vikings on the Bears' 4-yard line. Tommy Mason cutting back and driving in there for a touchdown. 70 yards in 11 plays, and Minnesota regains the lead 37-31. (37-31). Vikings lead. Freddie Cox kicks off. Waiting for the ball, Gale Sayers on the 4-yard line. Watch him. He's got the moves, and he is off for that goal line. Coast to coast on 96-yard touchdown run. Gale Sayers, a rookie from Kansas, having a great afternoon for the Chicago Bears as they bounce back into the lead. Let's watch that again. Here he is. He took it on the 4-yard line. You can watch his moves here. Then he turns on the speed and wins a foot race for the touchdown. Chicago Bears 38, the Minnesota Vikings 37. We have just 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. One of the most thrilling contests of the entire year. Fran Tarkenton under pressure. He's looking. He wants to scramble. He can't. He's out of bounds. A loss of 12 yards in the play. Now with a minute 52 remaining in this game. Tarkenton for Red Phillips. Fine catch for 15 yards. McRae in on the tackle. Minute 43 remaining. Bears lead 38-37. 3rd down and 7. Tommy Mason going to the outside. Good run for 11 yards and a 1st down on the Vikings 41. 1st and 10 on the 41. Tarkenton intercepted by Dick Butkus. Tripped up by Tarkenton. Touchdown by Sunday. But the important thing to George Halas' Chicago Bears, they have the football late in the ball game, and they lead it 38-37. First and goal on the 10-yard line. Gale Sayers, the star of the ball game, driving in for his 4th touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chicago Bears win this exciting ball game 45 to the Minnesota Vikings 37. Tommy Mason of the Vikings, Ronnie Bull of the Bears, and the star of the ball game, Gale Sayers.